having a good day, So welcome, 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 everybody. Give us a big wave or throw a five in the chats below if you're not on camera. If you can be on camera, be awesome to see you. I see Susie, I see Janine here, I see Florence here, Pastor Larry, Tessa, Colleen. I think I said hi to everyone else that's on camera already as well too. Mary Claire, of course, as well. Welcome to our team huddle. My name is James Zheng. We've met before. Honored to be here with you. I am, if you're familiar with background, I am not in my home right now. I am at my parents' place right down the street because we're getting our house cleaned right now. And so baby Jaden's outside playing with grandparents. Thank God for grandparents. If you're a grandparent, thank God for you as well too. Um, but isn't it cool that we can build a business from anywhere in the world? It's like, and I just love what we have. Quick story as we get into today. For most of my career, I've been in this profession now for 17 years. And all that means is, and 15 years full time with the same product and the same comp plan. And all that means is everything you've probably gone through in your business, I have definitely gone through. I've been through amazing times. I've been through slumps. I've been through times when it seems like you're trying to move heaven and earth and nothing is happening. Anyone ever experienced that in business? You're hitting
Yeah.
your head on the wall. You think you're doing all the right things. You're like, why is it not going right? I've been through major wins. I've been through massive defeats. I've been through great relationships and memories. I've been through betrayals. I've been through junk. We've all been through stuff, right? But all that to say is the hope and the encouragement is no matter what you've gone through, what you're going through right now, there's always a way. There's always a way through, right? There's a book called The Obstacle is the Way Out, which is absolutely the case as well. And one thing that really grounds me when I understand that is our business is a compensation plan wrapped around personal development. And the greater, when you're in a challenge, when you grow and you learn more about yourself, you gain a mental fortitude, you get better with your skill set, you dig in, right? You persist through that, you level up. And when you level up, you're able to then serve at a higher capacity, which then leads to more value creation, which then leads to make more money. I love this business because the more valuable you become, the more you make. And then one day it becomes so valuable, it's harder to not make money than it is to make money. So it's a whole growth game in itself. I love this home because what happened is the first part of our journey was very much so tied to only who we could be around and drive to. I love in person. I love connecting. Who here loves a good hug? I love Zoom, don't get me wrong, but wait, I can't hug
100%.
Allison. I can't hug Thomas. I can't hug Adela from here. But I love that we can utilize technology too. And this home brought a lot of memories back because basically right before COVID, we shifted how we did business and we said, can we leverage online? And then COVID hit, and then we were stuck. And we're in California where we're basically trapped for forever, right? So we were in this home for almost 3 months because now we could do so because we can work from anywhere. And then after that, we left and we said it'd be nice to be able to move here. And God opened the door, and the business blew up, and we were able to buy our dream home after losing our dream home in our previous chapter. Literally 5 minutes down the street from my parents because our dream was to be able to have our kids grow up around their grandparents. My question to you as we start today is what are your dreams? One question I've been asking a lot, and this goes into training because all the skill sets and stuff, we have some amazing speakers that I can't wait to highlight with you guys today. Um, I've been asking this question to myself, but I also want to ask you this question. What would not just success look like, but what would outrageous success? I know, right? Take it to another level. What's outrageous? Like, oh my goodness, I could barely think about that. Throw something in the chat, a word, 2 words, whatever that might describe that for you. Maybe it's no debt. Maybe it's giving back to your family. Maybe it's traveling without needing to come back. Maybe it's never needing to worry about a budget again. Maybe it's whatever it is. But what is outrageous success? Because I want to expand our minds here today. We have a business opportunity that can literally pay anything that we want. And I know all is great, right? When I got started, even making a single dollar was amazing for me. And nothing bad about that, right? And then making $500 a month was amazing. Nothing bad about that. And then even comprehending and thinking about making 1,000 a week was like amazing. But we want to expand. If there's one thing I wish I did, if I could start all over again, if you're brand new, speaking directly to you, I wish I would have dreamed bigger, faster. Because who here can agree that life is passing by way too fast? We blink and half the year is gone, literally in 2026. Time's not slowing down. We gotta speed up, which doesn't mean sacrificing your life, but it starts with dreaming bigger. What is outrageous success? Becky said this in a chat below. She said she remember she reminded me in 2012 as me and Becky were broke and we started dating. We've been married for 10 years now. I remember I couldn't afford a apartment for myself. So I was living in a living room of one of my mentor's one bedroom apartment. No walls. Literally my bed's in the living room. Broke as a joke, you know? And then I started dating Becky and imagine bringing a girlfriend and you're in an open living room and that's hella awkward. But what we did in that living room was beautiful because we sat down and we created a vision board while we were completely broke. We didn't have a break. I think we're maybe making $1,000 a month through our business, right? Maybe 2,000, not a lot. Just graduated from college, had these amazing Berkeley degrees. My parents are like, "What are you going to do with your life? We're going to go sell vitamins." It's like that's not really going to land well with the parents. And we wrote down in our vision board, one of them was to write a check for $100,000 to our church in 2012. That was one of our visions. Now we do that annually as a normal tithe, and we do more. Like all of your dreams, if you're willing to just dare to dream and expand your horizons and have outrageous success, why not? If we're going to play this game, why not max it out? Why not have fun? Why not have the thrill of your life? Because if you shoot for the stars, you might just hit the moon, if that makes sense. If that resonates with you, give me a wave or put a yes in the comments below. None of us here are too old to stop dreaming. Just look at Adela Sanchez. She's the youngest at heart here. 79 years young and just spectacular. I feel lazy whenever around her. So you got to bring that dream to the table. Okay. Now we have a vehicle called Partner Co. And I believe this is the vehicle that is the way to get the most money, time, and impact back into your life. I don't know anything better than what we have. And we get to power health and prosperity around the world with this Partner Co opportunity. But how do you do it then? All right, the saying is when the why is strong, the how becomes easy. And our goal with this team huddle is A, we want to recognize and celebrate you all because our family is doing amazing things. We're going to hear from some incredible stories on people achieving something called Epic Club and boosting their business and moving forward. The best way to learn is learn from those that just did it. All right. And then I'm going to give you some training and I'm going to teach you something that as I've been in the field, and I'm super in the field. I was just talking with Thomas Lewis. He's brand new to the family. Welcome, Thomas. And I was letting him know this. My philosophy is I'm not a leader that's in the grandstands. Like I'm not just like, barking at Katie Garner, hey, go recruit people. I'm like, let me go do it with you. Right? I've recruited two people in the last like 2 days. It's like we're still doing the thing all the day, all the time, because we're not retired, right? We love what we do. But I've realized that there's things that we've learned that if you learn and you master, you too can get consistent results. You too can get confidence and competence. You too can actually look at the things on your vision board and see there is actual reality to it because just a skill and some work. Okay. So with that said, let's start off with some really cool recognition because we got a lot of things that are going on here and give tons of shouts and everything. One of the things that we say that is a key target in your business is when you get started, number one, go ultimate. That's your highest top pay. If you're already at ultimate, 1,500 points in your first 4 Fridays, put a U in the comments below. Like that is the place to go to. Absolutely. Some people get started with that right off the bat. Like I'm looking at Jill Barnes here. She started with ultimate right away. Now she's epic gold. She enrolled 4 people, for example. Some they work them way up, which is fantastic as well to just get there. And then number two, enroll 2 people, preferentially 2 partners. You want to start duplicating. Ultimate and two. We now have a promotion here, and shout out to Adela Sanchez, one of our vice presidents here that I was just mentioning. She built this really cool infographic that I want to share with you guys. And it's this. At this current stage, when you go ultimate and you enroll 2 people, you actually access 3 things in one if you're interested. Okay. Number one, you get welcomed into something called the Epic Club. Okay. The Epic Club is a promotion that's global right now that gets you extra perks that are big celebration. Orlando, Florida in North America, September 3rd to 6th. It's the biggest party, biggest celebration. The founders, the owners, the top leaders. It is the Super Bowl or the World Cup of the year. For our Aussies and our Kiwis on the other side of the world, that is in Macau in October 30th to November 1st. If you've already committed yourself to going to APXP, put PXP in the comments below. And if you haven't, I highly encourage the best thing to do is go. There's only one thing you can do your entire year to best invest in you and your future. It's go to PXP. I remember meeting with James Laponzi at the first PXP and he came up, introduced himself, and he was already slenderized, but not to the maximum that he is. Now he's down 65 pounds. Is that it? Your number keeps on changing. It's a lot. Vice president doing a lot of amazing things, you know? So you want to go to these PXPs. You know what's great is when you hit Epic Club, you actually get yourself a free ticket to PXP. That's like 200 bucks, right? Like that's and for anyone, that's money, right? You can do a lot with that. So earn yourself a ticket. You not only get that, you also get access to what's now known as Millionaire Mentorship. It'll soon be known as what's called Content Academy, which is a place to now we're focused in on social media skills. All right, like we you'll hear from Katie Garner a little bit, but who here would love to have more influence and new connections on social media. I know Jill and I were talking about that today. It's a skill which takes some time to learn. So we have a group specialized for that, and you're learning from the best of the best of the best in that group. But we teach you that after you master the basics, because that's like a secondary skill. And currently, too, if you're interested, and this isn't for everybody, but it's for the person that says, I'm hungry, as Les Brown says, I'm hungry. Like it is someone that really wants to hone in their craft right now. Somebody that wants high level coaching. Somebody that is okay with being held accountable, is okay with being called out in positive ways, saying, tell me what I need to do. I just need to move. You're the person that wants to make six figures ASAP. You're the person that wants to change your family's legacy yesterday. You're the person that's willing to invest in yourself for a little bit more. It's just one call a week, 1 hour a week. But we currently also have, and this is the last week to do this, what's called the A team. And it's the first time my commitment is my obsession right now is to help lead 100 people to be six-figure year earners in Partner Co. in our team. This team will be those that are going to be the next people to hit that, I know. So congratulations to everybody that's there. Huge, huge congrats. So special. We'll hear from some of them today. And huge congratulations to everybody that has achieved this Epic Club, the promotion we're talking about. There's Epic Club, Ultimate and two enrollments with 200 points. Epic Gold is enrolling 4, and then Epic Club Diamond is 8 plus. I know that Allison Britton's going for 12 because now you can earn for a partner like the Epic Universal Experience. And Fran and Maka already got that down. We're right there as well too. So we have a fun game. These are all next levels. Here's my challenge to everybody here. If you're not Epic Club, let's get you to Epic Club this week. If you're already Epic Club, can we get you to Gold this week? And if you're Epic Gold, can we get you to Diamond this week? And if you're Diamond, keep on going and help others as well too. Okay. Who here's willing to allow yourself to have that challenge to keep on moving forward? Okay. Well, we're going to hear from some of these. Who here wants to learn some secrets on how they can actually do this? The first person I want to bring up is Miss Jody Garner. And I'm telling you, Jody is someone so special. She's all the way out in Australia. She's brilliant at what she does. She just wrapped up Diamond, guys. I mean, she's enrolled 8 people, and to the point that she needs to hop on this call soon. Because what are you about to do, Jody? What's happening?
I'm jumping on a call with corporate because I'll be speaking on stage with Barbara Cox-Lovesy when she comes to Australia for her roadshow.
Wow. Barbara Cox-Lovesy is our Vice President of Health and Nutrition on the corporate side. So to see that she is on stage co-presenting with the Barbara, That is massive. So well deserved. And if you want to get noticed, by the way, in this company, it's very simple. Take action, get some results, and build an amazing story. And that's exactly what you did, Jody. Jody, you've been involved in Partner Co for now a little over a year. You've been involved in this type of business for years. So when I think about going diamond and enrolling 8 people, I think that's hard. It's a different challenge because it's not like you're brand new and no one knows what you're doing and it's kind of fresh. You've been around for a while now, and you have to be a little strategic and intentional about that. And you did it very fast, basically within a month. So, Jody, what's a tip you would give for somebody that has that aspiration of whether it's going diamond or it's just moving and starting to get onto that chart? What's your advice to us?
So the practical tip, first of all, is just get out of your own way. And I get in my own way every day. But when there's something that's on the table that's a challenge or I can achieve something, I always write it down and I write the numbers down. So I knew I needed 8. So
Mm,
I wrote old epic, and then I needed 2, and I wrote gold, I needed another 2, I wrote diamond, I needed another 4, and I stuck that on my kitchen wall. So I've always got post-it notes everywhere.
mm,
But I count down, and then I also think about, okay, where are these customers going to come from, or where are these brand partners going to come from? And I sit down and I write my list of anyone that I think is a potential. So I sort of write that goal down first, and then I work backwards from there. But um, I knew in my mind straight away I had to get the 30,000 lifestyle credits because I used just about every single credit to get to Bintan last year. And the
mm,
year before, I used every single credit to get to Langkawi. So I
mm.
knew that, 30,000 lifestyle credits
You've
was
won
huge.
already 2 trips from Partner Co, correct, Jody?
Yes.
Who
Yeah.
here would love to earn a trip from Partner Co? Right? We have amazing lifestyle. And the lifestyle credits, if you're not familiar, we use those to redeem for trips. So when you go diamond, you do earn 30,000, which is a good chunk. So Jody's just like, I got the travel bug. I got to keep on going, keep on winning. So you knew you
Yeah.
wanted that. Gotcha. Keep on going.
Absolutely. So wrote my list down, and I knew that I had a couple of potential new customers in the pipeline. I had people following me that had asked questions, reached out. I knew that I potentially had at least 2 people that were looking at joining the business,
Mm,
and one of them, it's been a process of about 6 months. And honestly, I think partly it was divine timing. God
mm,
obviously wanted me to hit diamond because those 2 brand partners did join,
mm,
and then the rest were customers. However, the big mindset difference for me with this was I knew that they had to join on 200 PV as a customer. Now, that's not small for a customer,
mm,
especially if you normally recruit people, normally have customers join with, say, drops, and we have our pink drink in Australia, the elite drink, and that's the general. So that's 100 points. So I was like, okay, how am I going to get them to 200?
mm,
We were also fortunate enough that we had a campaign, a special deal going
mm,
where we had free shipping on orders over 250, and if people ordered over $400, they got a free bag of Pure Nourish. So when I was talking to my customers or potential new customers, I wasn't just sharing drops and elite, I was bundling up. So my
mm,
strategy is that I don't normally do that because I understand sometimes that's not within people's budget, but I was able to sort of frame it up a little differently this time because I said, you're committing to me for 3 months anyway. So if you're going to buy these products, you need to commit for at least 3 months. Why not get the 2 months up front, free shipping, a free bag of Pure Nourish? It actually works out cheaper.
mm,
Excuse me. It's a no-brainer. And most of my customers went with that pack. So
mm.
yeah.
Wow. Wow. That's huge. So, people buy your conviction. And when you start to get creative and you think, how can this best serve them? I love that. One thing we say, even in our scripting, is the wellness journey, it's a 90-day game, right? It's not an overnight to get to where we are. It's not going to be overnight to get to where we want to be at. So if we already know we're going to commit to 90 days, use this, right? Like, why not just get a couple months in advance? That's a simple way to move up your bundles and is statistically proven. When someone purchases more, they have more skin in the game. They're going to commit better. They're going to get better results than someone that just buys like a set of drops, for example. So that's brilliant, Jody. I think some of us needed that today to push up that sales mark. One other question, Jody, and I know you got to head off. When A Team opened up, and you've been through all different types of coaching and like so many, you're busy, you got stuff going on. now you've been in a team for a little bit. Tell us, like, I'm curious, and you don't have to say anything to appease me. If it sucks, like, tell me too. I'm the type, if I have spinach in my tea, tell me. What's your take on a team? Like, what is it? What do you think is the value in that, if any? Yeah, just speak on that.
Apologies, I'm getting over a bit of a cold at the moment, so that tickle in my throat keeps coming up. So for me, 18 was I need this because I need the accountability because as a work from home mum, sometimes I let other people's lives dictate my life. If someone rings me and needs help, I drop everything and I go and help them. If and I have a very bad habit of doing that. It's a good habit, but it's also a bad habit. So when I saw 18, I went, you know what? James and Becky have invested a lot in themselves, which means they're going to invest back in us. I know there's a high level of expectation. I need that accountability. Uh, I know I need that myself. And also those high level things that I know that I don't always tick off every day that I have to do because I know that you're waiting for my name to pop up and go, oh, Jodie's done that. Or Jodie hasn't done that. So for me, it was all of those things. But to get me to the next level, I also need to again get out of my own way and step out of my comfort zone because I have all those fears like everybody else does as well. But I know I'm capable. I know I can do it. I just have to throw myself out there and do it. So I expect you to get the whip out, James.
I'll save one just for you. Yeah, I'm just kidding. No, Jody, brilliant, very wise. Leaders are learners. So congratulations on all your success. And we're so proud of you representing everyone, being able to be on Barbara's Roadshow and excited for you to be in the team. Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank
Let's go,
you.
everyone.
Let's go. So much wisdom, right? So much wisdom. I love that. Next up, we're going to go to our newest gold. And Epic Gold means you've enrolled 4 people. Remember, every level unlocks different perks as well. So you're going to get extra VIP treatment. You're going to get, like, at the event, like butler service. You're going to get special Epic Club swag. I've seen it, by the way. When you see this swag, you're going to be like, if you don't get it, I'm going to try to limit the FOMO you'll feel. But you're gonna feel FOMO. I'm just gonna tell because it's so good. It's so cool. You're gonna be like, oh, why didn't I just do it? I would just do it just to get the swag. But Mary Claire is we were talking right before this training started. I called her like the ninja assassin, and she said, ChatGPT called her the silent ninja as well too. So she's one that isn't loud, but does a lot behind the scenes. And when she popped onto the charts, I'm like, Mary Claire, I can't wait to hear your story. It sounds like something shifted for you, Mary Claire. It sounds like you've been through some stuff. Do you mind touching on that?
Sure. Um, yes. So there were some things that led up to me qualifying for Epic that I think made a big difference. In December, I was dealing with a lot of life challenges that really were kind of mentally pulling me away from the business. I didn't feel like I was where I wanted to be. And I kind of drifted along. I stayed engaged to the calls, which I'm thankful that I did. And in April, my mind started to shift as, I'm on these calls and I'm hearing about the momentum and the energy and Partner Co looking to grow and the next phase. And I'm like, well, I want to be on that wave.
Mm,
And yeah, there's some of this, I gotta get out of my own way and move forward and feel like I'm in my comfort zone. So and I worked with ChatGPT in the background to help analyze what I was posting analytically, like real time, this didn't work. What should I be doing differently? And in May, I made a bigger shift and I was focused on more on social media of who I am, life after retirement, because I was in the corporate world for decades and that world is very different than network marketing,
mm,
trust me. And that my health journey. And I've had such great results with the products and I felt okay. And what am I building today in a business?
mm,
So then I focused more on how I posted on social media. I wanted people to know me. I
mm,
wanted to increase my following and have them feel comfortable, because if they're going to buy from you, they have to feel comfortable with who you are,
Mm,
not just posting about products and, there needs to be a relationship. So what I did find is my warm market started to peak up.
mm,
I increased my followings. I had more people contacting me, sending me friend requests, which, I was adding to my group, but it
mm,
was really nice to get strangers that wanted to actually, like join me.
mm,
Um, and then the Black Friday sale popped up.
mm,
Now, I had been kind of still in the background and not like leaping forward. And I sat and I said, okay, this is like the best thing that could possibly happen to anybody wanting to get to Epic,
mm,
because the sale was fantastic. It
mm,
covered such a wide variety of products.
mm,
So I made a list and I looked at the diverse product, offerings. And in my list, I kind of looked at, okay, and some of these people, yes, I knew them. So it gave me an idea of what health issues or concerns they may have.
mm,
So I kind of said, well, these folks aren't going to be drop people. We're going to be looking to um, maybe focus more on supplements.
mm,
And as I got my list together, um, I approached each one, I called or met them in person
mm,
and, had a nice dialogue about where they were at. I wanted to meet them where they were,
mm,
but how we could find a fit for them.
mm.
So, um, so that's how I actually, I signed up for customers, one brand partner, and I actually got two former brand partners re-engaged.
Wow.
So I was feeling pretty good about myself.
Wow.
And, then I said, well, if I've gotten this far, we've got, you know, Moringa coming around the corner. And I've like been focusing on a campaign on social media to really get in front of people and show the product, but also show me. And things are showing in the stats, and I review them with chat, and we go through daily what the posts and the um, stories are bringing.
Mm,
So
wow.
that's kind of my background and how I got here. I
Amazing.
think what's really important is you need to develop a plan for what your goals are to
Mm,
get there. Focus on the people and the relationships, and think about who you can help,
mm.
and really, I guess, really feel comfortable with you and the others. And that takes you so much further.
Yeah. So good. Oh my gosh. Everyone's just mind blown, Mary Claire. Do you mind if I ask how young are you?
Oh, 73 years young,
Oh my goodness, guys. That's inspiring because
almost 74.
wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Because what I hear is an extremely intelligent mind. I hear a strategist. I hear somebody that is a self-starter. And the reality in this business, guys, is there's systems in place we're going to cover, but you are the X factor, right? Mary Claire is the X factor. And she's taking leadership. She's taking ownership. She's like, I'm not getting the results that I want. Let me go get some feedback. We can all take ChatGPT, screenshot our posts, take our captions, put it in there, but like, give me a
Yeah,
brutal assessment of my social media,
exactly.
right? Like that's literally what you can do. So, and we talk about this in our system. We say do two posts a day at least, like one about the business product, one about you. And it's so powerful. It's exactly true, Mary Claire. People want to get to know you. People buy from people they like, know, and trust.
Yeah.
And if you follow Mary Claire, if you don't, be sure to follow her. It is just so fun to follow her journey because you feel like you're building a real relationship with her online. And this way, when she reaches out to you, it's not a stranger. It's like, oh, I know Mary Claire. I've been following you for months. And now let's have a real conversation, right? I also heard intention, just like what Jody said. She made a list. She's not just randomly spamming people. She's like, who can I help? How can I help them? And the biggest thing I love about what you said, Mary Claire, you went direct. You went, your
That made a
for your favorite, you,
difference.
you picked up the phone. You got with them. You said, you are not escaping me because I want to help you.
I was like,
And
can
yeah.
I fly by?
Yes. Yes. I love that. How do you say no to Mary Claire? Right? So same with everyone here. If you feel like you're having trouble converting, my biggest tip for you, number one, three-way calls or connections with someone else that is confident. But number two, getting closer and in front of people, right? Like, here's the big secret. This is what I learned, Mary Claire, from my mentors. 30% of the reason why someone joins is because of the presenter or presentation. 70+% is because of you. So we
Yeah.
can all show our prospects the same presentation, but the reason why somebody like Mary Claire is getting results and someone else might feel like they're not getting results, even though they're sharing the same stuff, is because Mary Claire is on fire and people can feel that and people trust that, right? You are the X factor. Throw these words in the chat. I am the X factor. I am the X factor. When you realize that, you realize you have a superpower and you're able to break off all these chains. And just like Mary Claire, I think in her mind, I think you would align with how to describe this, which is get me in front of someone and they are not leaving without getting started. It's like with a big smile. That's how Mary Claire would do it. So brilliant, 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 brilliant. And Mary Claire, one last quick question. What's a takeaway you've gotten from the A team so far as well too? I know we've just gotten started and everything, but what's one thing you think might be different about that experience and anything else of the amazing things that we offer throughout the entire community?
Well, I think the group is amazing. I think it's built with people who are looking forward to really diving in and building. They're serious about, their commitment. It's a very supportive group that shares experiences, things with how to invite what worked, maybe what didn't, open for feedback. And it's good feedback, we're coachable. And, even if you're just following the threads, you're learning, well, gee, I didn't even think about that. And of course, having James at a chat away if you need him is like, who wouldn't want that opportunity with all the experience and the coaching and guidance that he can provide. But it's the whole group. And I think anybody that's willing to be coachable, that wants to grow, this is the place to get there and look to hop on where Partner Co is going. Because I see so many changes from when I first joined
Mm,
September 2 years ago. So
mm,
it's almost 2 years,
mm,
coming up. And the systems have improved, the communication, um, everything.
mm,
It's all right there.
mm. Beautiful. Mary Claire, you are absolutely the not so silent ninja now. So we're going to bring you outside into the limelight. Thank you for
Okay.
imparting so much wisdom. We're so proud of you. We know Diamond's right around the corner.
Hope so.
Gosh, so inspired. So fun. Last but not least, we have Miss Katie Garner, who is wrapped up Epic Club. Very soon will be everything else as well too. Doing some cool things. Katie, I love your journey because anyone that knows Katie, she's so transparent. I remember Katie, and we're all works in progress. And what I love about Katie the most is she is so willing to be transparent, but also vulnerable and receptive of being coached as well too. Because we've had some dialogue where we're pretty straight up. The first time we met Katie, I'll just be honest, she was super negative. And we're like, oh my gosh, like, oh. And we talked about it. We called it on Loving Way, and she's like, and that's what right away though, what I could tell, she just wasn't aware. And she received it, she changed it, and she's always like that. I've never heard Katie give a what's called a cat-like reflex. She's not defensive. The ego's not in the game. She's like, just tell me what I need to do, and she just takes it, runs with it, and Katie does the work. She's one of the most consistent people that I know with not just attending events, but doing the work and talking to people and everything. And the work is now yielding some cool results as well too. So Katie, give us a tip for somebody that's been feeling stuck. They feel like they've been doing all the things, nothing's clicking. They're like, it doesn't, maybe it's just me. It's just this business just doesn't work for me. It works for everyone else. What would you say to that person to get out of the unstuck mode and into their next enrollment or two, their next win?
Great question. Hello, everyone. Action creates belief. And if you're just watching, nothing's going to happen. So I'm just going to go straight to the A team real quick, because that's where I got negative again. I mean, I put it in our leadership chat. I don't really know if I want to do this, because why? You have to be accountable. You have to do the work. You need to get kicked in the pants. James isn't going to kick us in the pants, but he's going to bring it up. Like, did you do this? So I need that accountability. I need that challenge. Because let's be honest, we hear all the IPAs and we hear these calls and we're like, oh, that's a great idea. And then we don't do anything. But when you're with an A team, you have committed to doing the work. So there's a commitment there. And it's not for everybody, like James said. But do you want to be where you're at now, or do you want to move forward? So there's the question, what is your why? My why was being in the getting pampered at EXP. I want the burns, I want the frocks, and I want the shirts, and I want to say, hey, I did 4, but I don't want to stop there. I want a free ticket to the Epic Park. I want to be with people. I want to be with the winners, because I'm a winner, right? We all are winners. And if you keep telling yourself it's not for me, I can't do it, you're right. But if you're going to tell yourself I'm a winner, you're right. So choose. And then also with the A team, I'm an Eric Worre fan. I've heard him speak. And matter of fact, at one function he was at, he said, I want everyone to reach out to someone right now. And I want you to raise your hand and get a response. Well, I did. And I got a response and I raised my hand. And so I'm like, I want this book.
Everyone that qualifies for A team gets a free copy of Eric Worre's new book. And we're going to do a book
James
study.
spent thousands of dollars going to this event. I mean, I'm assuming,
Literally.
but I know he
right.
did. And he even said it, and spent maybe thousands of dollars getting these books. All we had to do is pay for shipping. I mean, if you don't know you've got a leader that's willing to sacrifice and show you the way, then you got to open your eyes, open your ears. And yeah, I'm being frank, but it's true, guys. And I'm talking to myself, right? I'm trying to fire myself up because I need the talk. So Epic Club, excellent. Who's your low-hanging fruit? Who's your low-hanging fruit? Whose family you can say, hey, okay, so the Black Friday promotion was gold because it was like a no-brainer. And I went to my brother, Pierre, you love Noni. You need to get this. Okay, Katie, I'll help you. I said, I don't want you to help me. I want to help you. Do you want? Yeah, okay. Then you're helping me, I'm helping you. Get it?
Perfect.
So, yeah, I gave him a promo code, right? And I took care of him, but it's 200 points and he loves Noni.
Mm,
That was one of my epics. Another one was a customer.
mm,
I just moved her over. Another one was my husband. Andy, you're getting these products. Okay, I'll do it. So, guys, it's not that difficult. Be creative. You can do it. Who in your family would like to help you and you would like to help them?
mm,
And I had three people also wanting to order. I mean, I should have six right now, but it
mm.
fell through. And I'm gonna get at least two or three more this weekend with Moringa. I mean, I have people. So don't give up, keep following up.
Mm.
What else can I tell you, James?
It's great. I think these are
Okay.
all mic drops already, Katie. You fired me up. You kicked me back in the pants, and I love it. I needed it as well too.
And
Katie, we're
by
so
the
proud
way,
of you.
thank you. Real quick, James is
Yeah,
in the A team. He responds so quickly and is helping us with scripts and everything, guys. He's not doing that in other groups. So if you want that extra support, get in that A team. Go ahead and get Epic. Go ahead and get your PXP tickets. Get in the A team. Join us. We want everyone to be there.
100%.
Yeah.
Katie, congratulations. I think we all needed that little kick as well too, which I love. So absolutely, we love if this aligned with you. Hey, you don't have to say yes, but if the A team resonated at all, doesn't matter what your background is, how new or how long you've been involved, put A team in the comments below. Like you don't have to, but if you're like that sounds aligned with you, that sounds like what I need, then you heard it already from those that want it. You make the decision, you make your list, you start getting strategic, and you start being bold. That's it, right? Fortune favors the bold.
Hi there.
Anybody can be a part of
Can I
this. Our
get
next one is going to be this weekend, so Sunday in the States and Monday out in Australia, and after that's closed. We talked to the A team. It was closed already, and they said we were like, should we open it for a little bit? And they said, there's some that were really close that really wanted it. It was pretty quick, so we're only opening this for a couple more days, less than a week, and after that's closed. Why? It's 12 weeks. We're going very fast, and we don't want to leave anyone behind. So once it's closed, it's closed. But if you want to be in that now in this season, you know what to do. Make a list, make the decision, go talk to people. We're going to help you with that as well too. And reach out for support. We have so much support everywhere as well. Katie, Mary Claire, Jody, who here got a nugget from any one of them? So good, so fire. Success leaves clues, and that's exactly what it is. And let me cover just one more thing, because now you're like, well, the how. The why is 95% of the game, though. Decision is 95% of the game. The how is easy, and we do have some guidelines on the how. So I want to cover this for the last portion that we have together. And the first is this. I know we have newer teammates on this line, which is awesome. The biggest thing that I want to make sure we all are doing, and especially if you're now enrolling teammates, this is the first thing we want to do. We want to help them get onboarded, right? Get plugged into our scripts, get plugged into our groups, get plugged in with what we call a color block launch pinned post. That post will attract attention like nothing else that's out there. So when you go onto this website, you go and you just hit on the onboarding links, you start going step by step by step, follow it to a T. If you haven't done that yet, that's your homework. You can get it done within a day or two. And it'll make sure that you're doing everything at the right time to start to get you trained and running ahead as well too. Okay. From there, that'll lead you into what's called our basic training. Yeah, save that link for sure. And I won't go over our basic training today, but what I will do is this. Okay. This is based our system in a couple of pages, and we talk about our goals, and we talk about what we do, and we talk about our six-figure blueprint, going ultimate in two, and duplicating that. Did you know, by the way, in A team, I broke this down. If you go ultimate and enroll two people on month one, and then month two, you keep on enrolling two, but then your two the first month hit ultimate and enroll two. And if everybody keeps on doing that, did you know in 6 months' time, you can make a six-figure income? That's perfect case scenario. But we've seen that type of trajectory happen. Could be 6 months, could be 6 years. Who here would be down to have a six-figure income that's recurring even in 6 years' time if it's part-time, right? Like that's called retirement plan that you can bank on right there, right? So but the focus is ultimate in two and then duplicating that in. So how do you do that? We have some daily methods of operation, using the product every day, professional level and growing events like this, posting on social media. We talked about this with Mary Claire. And then presentations and how to lead people to the presentation. Here's the biggest skill that I realized that I mastered that has led to consistent income over 15 years, that through rain and sunshine, we've been able to continue to bank on our business. It's this. All we do on our business is we take an uneducated person and we educate them. That's all we do. Our sole purpose, if you want to make more money here, is you want to get really good at taking an uneducated prospect and educating them about a product or program that can help them with their health goals, or educate them on a business program that can help them with their wealth goals, or both. We exist to serve people, and we have a business that has amazing tools and resources that can help them do that. There's a process in exposing somebody and helping them do it in a way that is professional, where you don't feel like you're begging, pleading, praying, and hoping. But there is a way that you can get your skill set so good that no matter who you're talking to, you have confidence and competence that when you talk to them, that they will either say yes, or they'll be very happy you talk to them and they'll give you a polite no. Guys, success in this business is a skill set. And a 19-year-old broke college student that was so shy that couldn't order food at a restaurant, that is now speaking on stages around the world, that is now one of the top power rankers around the world, that's now known for training these skills. Take it from me personally, and many on this line, that you too can master it, but it takes intentionality. Here's my charge to you. If you do not feel confident that if you have a prospect in front of you, that you will know exactly what to do as a next step. If you get stuck with objections, if you don't know, you discount them and you don't even invite them because you think, I don't know, they're just not for this product, they're not for this business. If you've had objections and then people ghost you, you're like, I don't know exactly what to do with there. If you have people just stop, see a presentation and they're not joining, they're not buying, and you're not sure why, and you just think it's their fault, or you just think it's just not happening. The reality is there's mastery to be had, and mastery takes time. It's not overnight. But I will promise you this, 90 days of intentional focus and mastery can change your life. When I got started in this business, I had no skills. No skills. I had to learn just like anyone else, and I had scripts to start with. And I was so bad even with the script. And you're going to have embarrassing moments. I remember I called one of my friends, and I literally had the script in front of me. And went, hello, blah, 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 blah. Halfway through the script, my friend stops me on the phone. He said, whoa, 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 James, are you reading from a script? And I literally threw away my paper. I'm like, no. And he called me out. And he's like, how can you talk to your friend like this? I'm like, oh, that hurt. You're going to have some awkward times, but it's a part of the mastery process. Every master was once a disaster. But if you want to really master the skills, there are scripts. And you don't have to copy the scripts, but you do have to learn from them because we've done this so many times. Okay. Who here would love to at least average one new brand partner enrollment every single week? Okay. At least every single week. And customers for sure too. Like the customer, they just come, no problem. Like customers, when I think about customers, easy. Easy. You get a good product, you share it, simple. Everyone here can get customers. You follow the scripts that are there, it'll be simple. Use it. If you're having struggles with products, here's my challenge to you. Use the product intentionally, get an even better story. It'll be that much easier to share. Partners, though, and I want to go do something. Me and Becky have averaged one new brand partner enrollment every week for our entire 17 years in our profession. Every week. That means that it's not lucky. That means that it's systematic. And if you follow me around on a daily basis, you can talk with Allison. She just got started with us. Welcome to the family. You can talk with Thomas. You can talk with James Laponzi. You can talk with Sunny Yang. You can talk with anyone that I've personally sponsored or helped do a throughway with. I do the same thing all the time. Who here would love it? And I'm not saying I'm God's gift to earth in this business at all. That's not at all. And we have many. I'm looking at Alison Britton, for example. She has so much influence on her scripting because she is so genius with, we call it living room talk, you know? So we have many amazing leaders that collaborate in the scripting. But who here would love it if you just had a pro guideline on what to do with a prospect in your pocket that you could just reference all the time, right? Yeah. So this is what we do. We literally put it into our boards. And if you want to see what we do every day, and this is your homework. Boards, if you don't have it downloaded, that means you haven't completed your onboarding yet. So go through your onboarding. It's within the onboarding, right? It's an app that gives you everything that's there. When you go in here, the one biggest folder that you want to go to is the drop system of growth. This is our main system. In here, you pick your market. Let's just say we're in USA right now. The different markets are all the same. The only difference is the packages in them of products are different. And the pricing is a little different because we have different currencies, right? Different markets, a different product. But I'm going to go here, and there's only three ways a prospect can go. One is they're a prospect and you want to start them out as a customer. The other pathway is they're a customer and you want to convert a customer to a partner. And the last is they're a prospect and you bring them right to a partner. That's all there is. The way we get them to educate them is within each one of these. And here's a cheat code. When you go in each one of these, we do put out the scripting 1, 2, 3, 4. Literally, I follow this flow every single time. It's a logical progression. We talk about it in our basic training. But to make it even easier, you could take these, we put a one pager and we literally put the whole thing from start to finish. If you're going for a brand new prospect, here's a way that you can reach out to them. Here's then what you share with them when they say, yes, I want more information. Here's a question I've been getting. James, what presentation should I send? The one that's in the script. But James, there's a bajillion presentations. I use the one in the script still. Why? Because I want to do something that duplicates. The reality is there's hundreds of amazing presentations we have, but you can't duplicate hundreds of presentations. I just use one. I made the video. I can explain the product, but I don't because I want to use the tools. So I use the same tool every single time. Now you can use other things to amplify. There's nothing wrong about that, but my first exposure is the same thing. Why? Here's one reason why people don't get started with us. If we make the business seem too hard, then they're not going to want to get started. But if they see that James is kind of just saying this, it's almost kind of scripted and it's kind of simple, they're like, oh, I can do that. So I share with them that. Then I share with them what their goals are, ask them what they want. I give them a package recommendation. So homework is go through these boards and read this flow and start to familiarize yourself with how this all works because success is a systematic thing. It's a step-by-step procedural thing. Conversations are logical. Okay? There should never be a time that you should be mind blown why someone's not saying yes. If someone is saying no, you should have a logical reason for it. You should understand. I'm okay with a no, but I know why they say no. But we need to familiarize ourselves with that flow so it's there. Okay. So that's the one for the selling of drops. Who here has a customer right now that you love to convert to a partner that actually wants to do the business? Right? Like not just a discount customer, but somebody that's another issue that I hear. James, all my people they just want to be customers for the discount. How do I get them to actually want to look at the business? You're probably not asking a key question, which is what do you want from the business? So we go to convert customer partner. We go to this flow. This is going from a customer. I check in on them, check once a week and follow up with your customers, treat them well, give them a good experience. And then when they get a good experience, say, hey, congrats. I know you're getting amazing results. I want to talk about to get your next month for discounted and maybe even paid for, or maybe make some extra money on the side. We took this script from Allison. Would you be interested in how that works? So I'm talking about they can make money. If we never tell them they can make money, it's no wonder why they're not going to want to make money, right? So they say yes. Well, then we have a script and then we send them to a business presentation. This business presentation, we'll share with them our simple flow. And then our goal is to get on a conversation after the presentation. And we're going to get them started. Okay. This is a place too, by the way, at any point in time, if you feel like you're not confident in the next step, the best thing to do, start a three-way conversation. Start a three-way conversations. In fact, I want to challenge everyone here today. If you have some prospects you've been talking to and they've been hanging there, and you're scratching your head, you're wondering why aren't they saying yes? Why did they ghost me or something? My encouragement and challenge is get them into a three-way chat with one of your mentors, one of your support leaders, whoever, and just be in another conversation. I could be talking to Tracy Pear. Tracy, I know we've been talking about the product. I know you had some questions. I want to introduce you to a good friend of mine, Pam Middleton. She's a retired registered nurse. She loves these products. She's helped a lot of people with their wellness. I think you'll love meeting her and she can answer some questions. I'm going to throw you in the chat right now. Is that okay? Right. So I'm going to connect. I do a quick intro. Pam, this is my friend Tracy. She's lovely. She's a woman of faith. She's loves health and holistic everything. Everything on her page, if you watch her. I mean, she's a living proof of wellness in action. She's looking at the product. She has some questions. Pam, or Tracy, this is Pam who I'm talking about. You're going to love her wisdom. Pam, do you mind connecting? Pam will drop in.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely. She's going to share a story. She's going to ask some questions. And just because a prophet's not preaching their own land, many times they open up to someone else. And you're going to sit there and be like, but I've been saying the same things, even maybe. But just because it's not you, they're going to answer differently. Right? So my challenge to you is if you have people that are lingering right now, get them connected in a three-way chat with someone else, and then continue the conversation. Okay? Give me a wave or put me in the comments if that's okay with you. But be the initiator, right? Do a good job of just connecting and don't just put them in a chat and be like, nothing, right? Like put in the effort and make them feel special and this is your opportunity. It's a very important role that there is. Okay. Last but not least, who here has some people that you love to just partner with you and you love to just be running with you right now? Okay. So that's when you go to enroll partners, go to the scripts overview, and there's literally outreach scripts in here, info, what we say afterwards, how to get them started, and everything as a brand partner. And also, I've had teammates ask me, James, what do I do with a brand new teammate to launch them? I send them the same script every single time. We have an onboarding script that brings them back into our onboarding bot that I just showed earlier, and it brings them through steps 1, 2, 3, and everything. Okay? And here's the key. There it is. So here's down to take the homework of just kind of reviewing these a little bit and then taking some action on that. Give me a wave or put a yes in the comments. Like familiarize yourself with that. And if you have something better, let me know. But I haven't found anything better. That is literally as simple as I can make it that anybody can do. So simple. Literally, anyone here can master that. We've learned harder things in life, guys. All right. Don't tell me your profession, whether now or in the past, was way harder than what we just learned right there. But the difference is these skills, once you master them, you can literally write your own paycheck. Treat it seriously, guys. Take it with intentionality. Drill it, get better, ask questions, take action on it. And realize that it's not that this doesn't work. My mentor said this. I'm just going to say it to myself because when I was complaining, I went to my mentor. He's like, this thing don't work. It works for those other people, not me. He said, no, 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 James, this thing works. You don't work. Oh, I didn't want to hear that. But it's true because there's no reason why you cannot. I'll leave it with this. The reason you're still here right now after an hour is there's greatness in you. There's a dream that's within you that refuses to burn out, even though you've been through stuff. And I know you have. Even if you got on today and you were doubting right before this call, maybe I shouldn't be here anymore. Maybe no one would notice if I kind of bow out. We will. You matter. You belong. We love you. We cherish you. But we also love you enough not just to keep you there. I don't want to keep you hanging on. I don't want a fan club, right? I want you to make money. I want you to impact generations. I want you to achieve the goals that you have on your heart. But we got to get to work on some things. If things don't change, you're not going to change, right? If we don't change, things are going to change. If we keep on doing the same things over and over again, expecting change, that's called insanity. So we got to get a different attitude, a different mindset, a different strategy, and get intentional. Don't let I'm just existing and surviving be the norm. It's not okay that every week we're not growing in our business if you want to actually grow in your business. Got to get a little bit self-intentional and look ourselves in the mirror, like what Mary Claire did with ChatGPT. Maybe we got to do a self-assessment with chat. Be like, be brutally honest with me. That's okay because it'll grow. And that's going to lead you into so much more than us just patting you on the back, being like, oh, we love you, whatever. No, we do. Absolutely. Whether you do something or not, we love you. But we love you more that we want to take you to the next level. And ball's in your court, the tools in your hands, the opportunities in your hands, and partner codes exploding. The next chapter is here. Moringa's launching in North America. It's $1 billion brand. By the way, Saturday, if you're in North America for that launch, there will be a live stream for the Nashville launch. So stay tuned. So we're getting that ASAP. So if you can come in person, come with us, by the way. Katie's going to Nashville, for example. It's going to be a lot of fun. But if you can't, stay tuned. There is a live stream of that. If you're in Australia and these other amazing markets, there's so many things, Barbara Cox's roadshow and all that. Leverage that. Qualify for Epic. We'll see whoever else is going to be in the A team. And other than that, we just love you. We're so grateful for you. Katie, thank you. Mary Claire, thank you. Jody, thank you. We're proud of you all. Let's crush it, team. Have a great one. Feel free to mute yourself. Talk soon. Bye-bye.
All right, great call. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Wow,
everybody.
thank you. Thank you,
Thank
guys.
you.
Have a blessed
Thanks,
night,
everybody.
everybody.